Welcome to the magic shop. It's open today, and today only, and maybe other days as well, but only today is it currently open. Welcome to the shop. I am your host, Atarian the Grey, and I am finding it within myself to be here. As much as that's worth to you. I am... I'm struggling. Not gonna lie. Been struggling. But that is not what we're here to talk about. Boyfriend made me watch Lord of the Rings this weekend. Good boyfriend. Is that what your name is based off of? Technically, no. I'll take it. I'll take the attribution, but technically, no. So I actually take Gray from the Dragonlance setting, which I actually don't know a whole lot about, to be completely honest. But in that setting, I know that there are, at least at one time, different schools of wizardry. There were white wizards and there were black wizards, and the white wizards were basically quote-unquote good guys, and the black wizards were quote-unquote bad guys. I think it was more nuanced than that. But anyway, the point was, the wizards who were in between were gray. They didn't really follow either political or social ideology. They were just interested in studying magic for its own sake. That's my understanding of it, and that's sort of the take that I stand in. Also, gray is my favorite color, so it kind of works. It kind of works out on that front as well. It's just a nice color. It goes with basically anything you want to put it with. And there's so many different versions of it. Well, I say there's so many different versions. There's a whole gamut of grays that run from sort of like a reddish to a bluish. And depending on which one you want to go with, you can make it work with whatever you're looking at. Of course, this might just be me equivocating about actually just being a boring person. And being unable to fully commit to a more vibrant color, perhaps. Who knows? Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too long today, because I do want to accomplish things. I say accomplish things. I need to put pen to paper in the metaphorical sense. I need to be drawing things. So we'll go ahead and get started with that while I do just say words. Words, they're good. And I'm totally good at them, which is why you are here, listening to me. Is this pen set up the way I want it to be? Maybe. It might be. We're gonna do the thing that we haven't done in a while. I'm gonna start off with some exercises. So anyway, as I was saying, been struggling these past few weeks. Just with sort of, I don't know, life and motivation and things. It's really easy, I think, to get inside your own head. Especially when you don't have a lot of outside input, I guess. I don't know. I think it's probably dangerous. And when I say no outside input, it's not for, lack of people in my life who care or anything. It's just kind of the person I am. I don't really talk about things very often or very much. It's kind of been my... I don't know. I don't know if I can accurately say that it's been my upbringing, but it's my understanding from my upbringing that you just don't talk about certain things. You don't talk about most things, I guess. At least not unless you're confident you can, I don't know, adequately explain yourself. If that makes any sense. So unless I feel like I have something meaningful or useful to say, usually it's not worth saying anything at all. Which is why streaming is very difficult for me. It's one of the first things, like just being able to talk at all, while being able to talk consistently, or what's the word? How do I phrase this? Not even consistently, but continuously. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Being able to speak continuously throughout the duration of a stream when you don't really have anybody that you're playing off of is difficult, and it is a skill that you have to develop. I'm sure that some people are better at it than others. It does feel like some people come fully formed onto the scene, able to do that. And I do know from experience that there are some people who can just talk to themselves alone for hours, and so just adding more people into that group when those people aren't physically there, I'm sure could be easy for some of those people. Maybe not all of them. Either way, all I guess I'm getting at is that depending on what regardless of what you're doing, everybody brings a different level of readiness to accomplish that task. In this case, streaming, and specifically talking without having a conversation. Or maybe more to the point, I don't know whether I would consider it having a conversation with yourself or having a conversation with a hypothetical other. I mean, like, you can have a conversation with chat, obviously. If chat is being present. And I'm sure that it makes it a lot more, or a lot easier to do if you have interesting things to say that prompt people to want to say things back to you. And on that note, I think the easiest way to do that is to say something provocative and probably why I'm bad at it. I've spent a lot of time and energy in my life to learn how to say things in the least provocative way possible. And I don't think I'm unique in that, right? I don't think that's necessarily a unique skill. I think a lot of people are trained, train themselves perhaps to do that. I think most people don't want to tick other people off. I think you have to sort of identify some group or some viewpoint, or maybe a group that holds a certain viewpoint per se, that you'd sort of decide, yeah, I want to piss those people off because I don't care about their opinion. Or, I guess, I want to demonstrate that I feel like their opinion is wrong, their viewpoint is incorrect or bad in some way, whether that's harmful or just, I don't know, the wrong one. And I believe that this is true of people who both have opinions that I agree with and don't, or opinions that I don't agree with. Hello! Welcome, Nebby. Also, I guess welcome, studio. I'm sorry, I didn't say that when I first started up. You were already here. But yes, welcome. I'm just speaking things where I only think about them briefly before I say them. That's what we're doing today. While I just throw lines on the page. What are we making? I don't know yet. Yes. Okay. Not the yippee I was expecting. I know what I think I know which one you were expecting. So here's an interesting question. I've tried doing... You're just doing the thing? Yes, I am in fact just doing the thing. And you know what? I'm happy to be doing it. I've kind of wondered. So, like, I've seen people... This is gonna be so scuffed. why you're wearing a t-shirt with what I'm about to draw is a little weird. Okay, so anyway, I've seen people draw skirts, and I need to get better at this, but like a pleated skirt does this number. But like, how do you connect these? Because that looks weird, right? Like that feels like maybe it's right, but I feel like there's gotta be a right way to do this. Maybe I'm just doing this wrong. Maybe it's gotta come up like that. But even then, it's gotta switch over at some point. Right? Anyway, I'm gonna have to look this up later. Don't know what I'm doing. Can't show you how through chat. Well, just whip out some ASCII art, okay? That should do the trick. I mean, everybody here is an artist. We should be able to do that, right? ASCII art is like so should be a universal skill that every artist gets taught, obviously, in this computer age. Also, welcome in, Neela. Can you imagine drawing pleats via ASCII? That would be amazing. I have been listening for a bit. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Now that's something. What was I even saying? Oh yeah. Learning. Again, I think it's ingrained in people to be unprovocative, if that makes sense. Which runs counter to grabbing people's attention in a lot of ways. Like, I think there's a small number of ways to be successful on the internet. Hope you're okay. Don't be sorry. It was interesting to listen. Oh, good. I'm glad that something I'm saying is perhaps, what's the word? Entertaining is not the word I want to go for. There's another word. And it's not quite insightful, but gives you some thoughts to chew on. I'll go with that. That's not the word. There is a word I'm thinking of, or that I'm trying to find, but I can't do it right now. Anyway, glad it was useful in some fashion. That's a thing. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think the way that most people are built, quote unquote, does not lend itself to being successful in an online space. Oh, right, the different ways. One of them is obviously to be very skilled at what you do. I think that that's of high value and people find that very interesting. I've seen a lot of videos, which granted have pretty good production quality, but are just people who are good at doing something, being good at doing that thing. Right? I think that's, in my opinion, that's one of the most interesting and probably, I'll say least problematic ways to be successful on the internet. But another one, an easy one, is to be provocative and say things that get people riled up. That said, I can't really say that that's true, though, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think that even if you're provocative, you have to be interesting in some other way. Because you could say things that just make people upset. And you will naturally have people gravitate towards you that agree with you. And the people who disagree with you either will go away or they will respond in some way, perhaps. But, like, I don't think that that's all it is, right? You've got to have some level of ability to elicit a response from people, because I think very, very monotone or boring people say a lot of very provocative things regularly and are mostly ignored. So perhaps that's not true. Perhaps it's not true that saying provocative things is the way, or is the thing that gets people's attention. It's just, maybe it's just like a force multiplier. Makes other skills that you might have, other capabilities that you might have, Like, perhaps you are capable of saying things or writing things, saying, basically being the same thing in this context. Hello, welcome to the shop. Monkey Artisan F. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, I think it's kind of a force multiplier where if you're good at saying things and you're able to say interesting things, or at least, or not say interesting things, but say things in an interesting way, and interact in a... Nope, no you don't. I don't think you do. Thank you. Thanks, Nebby. I had a feeling. But then again, whenever I get a follow out of the blue and I'm not doing anything on screen, then it's like whenever I get a follow for that, I'm like, suspicion. Why would you want those people attention though? And who says you're not interesting? Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? I think my problem really is like consistency with that. Like, I think I have interesting things to say, but to a certain extent, I don't want to say the same thing all the time. And I do feel like I've seen a lot of YouTube channels that basically do that. Like, I found one just this morning that I was recommended a short, and then I went to this person's page, and like their last 4 videos, which they only post one like every 3 or 4 months, have all been the exact same content. It's not well, I say the exact same. It's the same kind of thing. And not knocking it, it's new versions of that same thing. And they're like, what, the video 4 times ago had like 21 million views. So I mean, it's cool, and I had never seen it before, and it was interesting to me. But if I'm a viewer of that channel and I've seen this 5-6 times already, I'm not gonna watch it again. Look, I'm taking the route of say so, and it's kind of demotivating. See how fast you can grow when you go for the lewd route. The lewd route. The lewd route? It's impressive they can get there, but I do feel like my effort is in vain. So, I actually had an interesting conversation about this with a friend of mine recently. They had made a comment in a stream, and they told me about this, that expressed their understanding that it was easier for female streamers to get attention and to grow faster. And they met some resistance when they said that. And they came to asking me about it, and they were like, hey, what does this sound like? Am I crazy here? And I said, well, that is a sexist position to hold, and that is something you believe, but do you have any evidence of that? And to their credit, and again, this is a friend of mine, to their credit, they said, you know what? I don't have evidence of that, but I think you could find it. And I'm like, I challenge you on that. I challenge you to find the evidence for that. And so they did. Like, they immediately went and started looking up all the stuff, and then they came back and they showed me what they found, and they were like, yeah, actually the opposite of that is true, kind of, at least as far as success on Twitch goes, which was sort of the relevant portion of the conversation. It's like, it is way harder for female presenting streamers to be successful on Twitch. And at the very least, in one of the articles that they sent me, they were talking about at the highest level, like top 500 even, women are very underrepresented. So there's that. But that sort of is indicative of the opposite being true as far as that's concerned. But I feel like, especially a lot of men, or a lot of males, feel like it's easy for women to get attention because that's where their attention goes. And they responded to me, they were like, when I this is what they said, not me. They were like, when I go to search for a random streamer playing a game, if there's some random guy or nobody playing a game and there's a female playing the same game, I'm gonna go click on them. And I thought, I don't do that. So I was like, that's a you thing, man. Like, you might be right. I think several people feel that way, but like, I do not reflect that experience personally. You're a female, it feels like there's a gun pointing at you asking where the NSFW stuff is. Yeah, that's the other side of it too, right? Like, if that is the situation you find yourself in, like, there's that expectation that's presented for you. Like, and I feel like there's not a whole lot of evidential backing for that support, but like at the same time it feels like it is, right? It feels like, well, if you go that route, you could get more attention, but at the same time, you probably don't want that attention. Some people do, I think, and that's valid, but I think many people don't. And I think a lot of it has to do with getting that attention in real life isn't even safe most of the time. And I agree on that. Depends on how you build your community. Yeah, I think that some can navigate that well, or are in a confident or safe enough space to be able to navigate that and navigate that community and build the community in a way that is safe for them. And I've seen it happen. But at the same time, I think it would be very easy for someone who doesn't know necessarily to do that wrong. Or again, talking about what I was talking about earlier, most people are programmed not to be confrontational, and if that's the way you're wired, that can be very hard. It can be very hard to not allow the things that could be either dangerous or unpleasant. Somebody says something out of turn, you call them on it, and maybe they apologize and never do it again. Okay, cool. You've called that out. You've course corrected. Things are fine. That's if you feel like you can call them on it. There's that pressure not to, right? There's that pressure not to call out people who are arguably supporting you by watching your stuff. But the opposite could be true. Whether you call them out on it and they blow up at you, they get upset, they try to what do you call it? Try to start a witch hunt. I don't know if that's the right. That might be too aggressive, but they tell a bunch of people that you were mean, basically, and you don't want to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with that. Again, I guess unless you're the kind of person who knows how to deal with that already and can turn it to your advantage, which again I've seen people do, and to be honest, awesome, more power to them. But calling that on yourself when you don't know or don't want to handle it, nah. Really hard to keep them under control. I finished a stream early once because I said, let's stop talking about this, making me sick, and they ignore me. Ban them. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for ending stream and not wanting to put up with that. But honestly, if you say, hey, don't do that, and someone continues to do that, and you're not joking, ban them. They don't need to be there. I don't care what they've done. I don't care if they've bought you 500,000 subs. Ban them. That's the first thing that I would say do, where you get gaslit. Yeah. And again, Nebby, I want to be clear. I'm not trying to say that you did anything wrong. I'm not trying to say that your response was incorrect or that you should, do anything different. But that's just my personal reaction is screw that person. I get upset at I'm upset at that person for being that way. And I've told you, Nebby, I've told you this specifically before. It's why do these people never come to my stream? Nobody comes to my stream and messes with me like that. Because I have an answer for this. They go away. But it upsets me that other people do have to deal with this, and it affects them, right? It bothers me that it affects other people, in a meaningful way. And I feel like people like that pick up on that. They know how to target certain people. And that pisses me off. Really on that, but remember, it's your stream. It's not only important that people feel safe, but you as well. You need to feel good and have fun. So just like Kenyon said, ban them. Yeah. You feeling safe in this space is the primary concern here. You're the person who's putting yourself out there. They're just text on a screen, to be honest. That's the only thing that they're putting forth, really, especially if it's somebody who just comes in and starts spouting off nonsense. More complicated than that. I would usually ban or time out if they were just randoms, but they weren't. Random chatters, just nope out, but it's a regular. I mean, honestly, I would still do that. If they want to appeal it, fine. But if it's a regular and you told them, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, please stop, and they continue to do it anyway, I don't care. I don't care if I've known you for years. I'm banning you. We can talk about it later and you can explain yourself and I can tell you, hey, if you promise never to do this again, I'll unban you. But until then, I'm sorry. I can't let that stand in my own chat. yeah, like again, please deal with it however you see fit. Do what you think is appropriate. Don't let me, steamroll over your own actions by any means. I feel like it frustrates me to see someone take advantage of your friendship. I don't know if that's the right, your goodwill, because I don't know the actual relationship you have with this person. To take advantage of your goodwill or the goodwill that they have built up with you to do that. That's frustrating. I'm thinking I could have just timed them out, but I panicked. Yeah, and to be honest, Nebby, I think that it would be fair to say, hey, if you do this, I don't care who you are, I will ban you. Like, be upfront with that. It's like, if you do things that make me uncomfortable, I will ban you if you don't stop. And like, make that a blanket rule. This is me making that a blanket rule. If somebody does something that makes me or someone I care about feel unsafe or unwell in any way, I will ban you. Please, feel free to appeal, but... Which is an interesting place to be. Bet all of us have had weird encounters on stream. I can think of like one encounter early on stream where it was somebody who had come in. I think I got raided, but it was somebody I knew, and they raided with somebody else who started talking in chat. I'm like, okay, yeah, talking about that, and they like were talking about who they were, and like they were saying that they were a player for some minor league team of some kind. I don't even remember, but they sent a link in chat to quoting, I prove it, I guess. I don't even remember the context, but I was really early on. I think I must have had an avatar at the time. I feel like I had to have, but it might have been even before that. Either way, it was really weird. Nothing came of it, and they never showed up again, but like, that was it. That is the worst, like, arguably the worst interaction I've ever had on stream. It's one of the weird stories, and it was a long time ago. But yeah, I definitely, I guess to go back to an earlier point, I definitely feel that female streamers have a lot of that stuff to deal with more than male streamers. Male streamers do not have to deal with that nonsense to any degree that even approaches what the average female streamer has to deal with. Or heck, even just females online. Also, I'm sorry, I have a background that makes me want to say that, makes me want to say female instead of women, but like, I'm not sure. For those in chat, please tell me if that's mildly upsetting or offensive. I have heard that some find that to be like it's clinical and off-putting, and I don't know, this is not something that I necessarily talk about regularly in a lot of spaces, so yeah, just, I don't know, call me out if I'm being weird. I'm fine with that, I guess. Yeah, I think it's probably, I don't feel offended at all. Okay, good. So like I was saying, I feel like I've been conditioned or trained or whatever to be as inoffensive as possible, and I feel like maybe there is definitely something to the idea that one person saying the same words as another carries different connotations, right? Like, I do feel like me saying those things, and with you guys knowing me a little bit, and how I react, I guess, hopefully, especially in context of the previous conversation, gives me that little bit of grace to, yeah, maybe I said something that's weird, but it doesn't come off as weird. But somebody else saying the same thing without that context could be off-putting, I suppose. So I'm trying to be aware of that. Oh, hey. Thanks for the hydrate.
One Nalo one wants you to hydrate.
Here's your hydrate. I'm not sure that came through the mic. like maybe I did that on the wrong side of the mic. Either way, if it didn't, you're lucky. Count it as a win. I have lost my pen. I don't even know where I put it. I said it. There it is. So I have my tablet in front of me and my keyboard way off to the side. So like when I lay my pen down, I normally end up setting it behind my tablet. So then I'm like, I don't know where it is. Thanks for Lord Mila. And thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you and chat for a bit. But yeah, talking about just being, I don't know, non-confrontational. I think, like I said, I think that's most people's default state. Not everyone. Obviously, I think everybody knows somebody who that's not the way they are. And I would like to be less of that, less non-confrontational in some instances. I think that confrontation is a virtue in some cases. Once I saw people calling non-binary people NB was offensive. When I asked actual non-binary people, they said, yes, we love being NB. I think asking is the way to go. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that if someone is present who is, I don't know, in the group that you're referring to, then definitely ask how they feel about it. And to be completely fair, different people may feel differently. There might be some non-binary people that hate the term. It's possible, but can't necessarily attribute that to everyone. There might be a broader context, right, or a broader applicability of some things. Like, if any one group of people starts using a term as a derogatory one, it's pretty good safe bet that that term is not acceptable to refer to whatever group is being talked about. At the same time, though, reclamation is a thing. But that takes years. That's not something that somebody outside the group is going to be able to do on their own, in their own space. And, as somebody of my gender, my sexual persuasion, and my ethnicity, I am not in any of the groups affected, so I am always going to need to ask. So I'm gonna make sure I will try to always do that. It's really, you know what? We're gonna have an ad here, and I can't stop it. I've already put it off 3 times. I'd put it off a 4th if I could. Very offensive to call in Brazil the term viado was very offensive to call homosexual people. Nowadays the LGBT plus community took it over. Yeah, see, that's something that somebody within that community, or rather the community at large, needs to do themselves. Not something that an outside group can do. They can help. They can help by not using it derogatorily, for one. But that's about it. It's only offensive if you use it the wrong way. Right. Man, I have more to say on that. Like, using terms offensively can mess with your head, or like having people do it around you really messes with you. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit a break right now so that the ads can run, and I'll come back and maybe do something that isn't just circles. All right, BRB. Meanwhile, I complain about Pinterest for a second. Part 1. Why is it, Pinterest, that when I look at a picture, I click on it, and I look at it, and I'm like, yes, this is very interesting. And then I click the back button, and you reload the entire page of things that I was looking at before. Why would you do that? Why would you remove all the things? Maybe I wanted to look at one of those. Obviously, I clicked on one of the ones you showed me. Maybe there was something else there that I wanted to look at. Why would you do this? Second complaint. Why are some images videos? Why is that a thing? This is a still, I'm looking at a still image. It's not moving. There's nothing animated. But it's a video. Why is it a video? Click with the scroll to open another tab. Yeah, I could do that, but it's not my default reaction. I see a thing, I just want to click on it. Could definitely do that. But that still doesn't explain why when I click away and I come back within a minute, it just reloads. Who wanted this feature? Who wanted this design? Why would you design this way? Neopets trained me well. Man, Neopets. I did not get into Neopets. It was a whoa. Hold on. What in the world? Oh, wow, okay, that's weird. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Distracted by a little mustache man. Anyway, recovered my old count. But why though? Like, so I assume Neopets is not like gone the way of, was it Gaia Online, which is the only old game that I remember playing. No, that's not true. I remember there was a Naruto online game, and you could train up your ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu, and you could learn different techniques, and you could fight. I think you could fight other ninjas, other people who were training, and yeah. But anyway, that was a thing. Like, there were like no graphics, none whatsoever. It was just all numbers and text. That was a thing. Anyway. Battle system sucks in Neopets. So we're gonna go over this. Yeah, something about drawing with pencil brush makes it feel like the things matter less. You know, I guess to a certain extent, commendations where they're due. Maybe Neopets, the people at Neopets, they built the battle system the first time, people hated it, and so they redesigned it and built a new one, and it still sucked, and they said, you know what? Nobody's here for the battle system, and also, we're not good at it, so let's just not mess with it. Maybe that was their thought. Probably, because rebuilding old items would be so hard. Yeah. Yeah. So you have the Magic the Gathering problem where you can't, like, it's a lose-lose situation. You cannot build a system on top of a system that was built 30 years ago and have it be good. This is one of the things that, like, growing up especially, people complained. For my entire life, people have complained about, basically, about Magic the Gathering Oh yeah, all the old cards are now not legal. And I mean, I say people, I have complained about this. All the old cards aren't legal anymore. You can't even use them. All that money you spent on old cards is completely worthless now. Haha, look at all those corporate greedy monsters. But at the same time, I sympathize because you can't build an interesting new card game on top of a pre-existing one. At least, not for long. You might be able to do it once. You can't do it more than that. I think that you could easily build a better game by just starting all over. Neopets, it's digital, but it's too old to have cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, you could build a new version of Neopets and have it be interesting, and I could argue that people have. There are other creature collecting games that exist that aren't Neopets that would not be as good if they had to be Neopets first, if that makes any sense. That's the wrong tool. Oh, that's why, yeah. What am I doing? I'm just sort of goofing around. As usual. It's not creature collecting. Okay, so, alright. Like I said, I was never into Neopets. What is the Neopets thing? Is it build a creature? All I remember is you can have a weird looking dog. Speaking of weird, I looked at my OBS screen to draw that line. That's fun. Can I intersect this line? Aha. Sorry, I'm amusing myself now. I am trying to draw while not looking at my tablet. And you know, my screenless tablet training is kind of working out for me. That's way better than I expected it to work. Anyway. Theoretically, it would be in this world. What would be in this world? You mean like IRL? In the e-roll? We're gonna try and draw a hair outline. There's a lot of fundamentals that I'm still lacking in trying to learn. You can make your own collection of items. Your pet can have a pet who can have a pet. You can sell items, trade, put for auction. Oh, you have a pet, you can dress up, train a battle, build a house. Okay. But can you have more than one, or can you only have one, but your pet can have one? How does this work? Okay, so eyeline, earline, hairline. Most of those features are not functional. Back in my day, you could have up to 4 Neopets, and each Neopet can have one pet. Can a pet have I knew it. Excellent. So you could have what? What would that be? 4. Each Neopet can only have one, so that's 8. And can each Neopet only have one pet? That's only 4 more. Nowadays you can buy Neopet slots. Pay to win. It's taking over everything. But, you know, to be fair, Neopets still exist, so they must be doing something right. Bangs, man. Bangs throw me off. 1 pet per pet. Yeah, so if you have 4 Neopets, that gives you 4 pets, which is a total of 8, and then 4 pets for a total of 12. It came back because the original team bought it back. Oh. And now they're trying to undo all the damage that the other guys did. Obviously. Now, what if I made the eyes really big? Wow, that actually almost looks like a character already. Look at that. Look at me. In fact, if you have the money for... Or that is, pets are hella expensive. Just wait until they introduce the pets. Something else I want to get used to that I've seen a lot is I've been seeing like not storyboards, but I guess design, sketch, or whatever for different things, and they draw things that I would expect to be a single line or a single shadow. They draw them as outlines. And obviously, in retrospect, that makes perfect sense because there's no way you're drawing this with a single stroke of a brush. Still, it feels weird. Since the Battle Dome sucks, the housing is not working, and the fashion is crashing. And selling items and working on my personal collection. It's good. Work on... So you gotta... Sometimes you just gotta work on yourself, you know? So I did this wrong. The corner of the eye should be right about... No, the corner of the eye should be here. Means the eye should be like here, which feels wrong. Used to be fashion addicted, but now I think everybody goes through that phase. I say everybody, not everybody, but you know what I mean. Many people do. I'm in that phase now. Only kind of joking. Does this make any sense? I'm just kind of drawing shapes here. The funny way your sketch feels like you're trying to not be messy. I don't know how to be messy on purpose. I'm always trying not to be messy. He's a great football player, though. You learn how to draw messy. Yeah. Be honest with you, same. I don't like any of this. Suddenly get to that point in your drawing where it's like, nope, I hate it. I hate all of it. What if... Oh, so that... One of the animation videos that I was watching is from a person whose primary field of study is programming. And one thing that they said in one of their videos just blew my mind and just ruined everything for how I thought that art should work. The way they draw, apparently, is... I don't think they do this for sketches. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think they do it for sketches. I think they do it for their actual like final work. But they said every line they draw is a unique, like, I don't know if it's like a unique layer or whatever, but like basically if they draw this line and then they draw this line, I guess, the first line and the second line are two different objects. So they can go in, select one of the lines, and recolor just that, or delete just that. And that sounds amazing and also terrifying. And I don't know if I want to do that. I might want to do that. Yeah, I think they said something about them being vectors, but vectors are something I haven't played with, and they honestly scare me a little bit. Like, I could come over here, and is this the one? That's not the one. No, I think I just have to... In Krita, I think it just has to be layers. I think I have to do vector layers if I want one. What if I added a vector layer? Oh my goodness! Oh dear, what was that? Oh, I'm on the selection tool. Beep. This brush tool cannot paint on this layer. Please select a paint layer. I might not have any vector things. How do I... I don't know how to draw on a vector layer. In Krita, I've never done this. Ah! Bug was teaching me how to use it, but my other friends were like, stop using vectors! That'd be a personal choice. Learning how to balance it. Yeah, I'm sure that... This one can't do it either. Can this one? Nope. Nothing I have can do this? How do I vector layer? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I'm Googling this real quick. Let's see. Krita vector brush. Show me what you have. Vector graphics. Let's see. Make a vector layer, then all the usual drawing tools outside the freehand, dynamic, and multi-brush tool can be used. So, freehand, dynamic, which is, that's freehand. I don't know, I think that's the multi-brush tool, but I think maybe one of these is the dynamic one. Hold on, let me click over here. Multi-brush tool, dynamic brush tool, so I can't use those three. To draw shapes, path and polyline tools are used most often on a vector layer. They allow you to make the most dynamic of shapes. On the other hand, the ellipse and rectangle tools allow you to draw special shapes. Okay. Maybe I can freehand path. Can I freehand path? Oh my goodness, look at this nonsense. Oh dear. I broke it. This is gonna be bad. Yeah, so it is a layer, Yeah. The Victor is a layer, but you can't use... All of these are apparently useless. I'm motioning to what's behind my head. All of my brushes are useless. But also, this is just massive. Why is it so big? Oh, it's because I'm using... Wait a minute. Hold on. Ah, I see. Can I do this? Yeah, but it's still... Hold on. Yeah, I have no pressure control. But now I can... Can I erase? No. Can I select? Yes. Okay, so that's what they were talking about. Okay, we're gonna undo all of that. So we're making progress. Things are happening. Nope, don't love that. Okay, so how do I mess with this? Outline brush. Wait, what if I... No outline. Fill with background color. Oh dear. Oh, I see. Weird. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this information. I'm sure, like I say, I'm sure that there's something valuable that I can do with this, but like, as it stands, it feels like it just makes solid black lines at a whatever thickness I set. And that's not... And also, they have a sharp edge. I don't want that. I don't know what I'm doing. This brush cannot... Okay, fine. Alright, fine. Be that way. Alright, yeah, that's the dynamic. It specifically told me that I can't do the dynamic one. I don't get how credit works in CSP. Any brush can be a vector. Wah! Hold on, let me go back to the thing. Calligraphy and text can also make vectors. Current brush size determines was the last one to make vectors. Vector image tool allows you to add shapes that have been defined, okay, as symbols. Yeah, that's not helpful. Editing shapes, fill, stroke, coordinates. Okay. So yeah, it looks like no. Not, strokes can be filled with the same things as fills. Must be further change. Add dashes and markers to the line. Vector, okay. I don't understand. Vector shapes can be filled with a solid color, a gradient, or pattern. Thought it was the same for every software. Yeah. That'd be nice. This is gonna be filled with different things, but it doesn't look like that seems to carry precision curve. Oh? Straight? I see. Curve is fine. Is there anything hidden under here? No. This is only geometry options, though. There might be a way to do the thing that CSP lets you do, but it doesn't appear that that is the case. Or it doesn't appear that I can figure that out swiftly. I guess if all I wanted to do was just overlay. Kind of what I've already done. Of course, if it's a curve, it's not going to let me do sharp edges. Yeah, it undoes my sharp edge there. Guess the only way to do that would be to go with like a raw. Yeah. We need a crit specialist, yeah. That's me, I'm that guy. I'm the crit specialist. Okay, I'm done messing with that. I don't like it. The new thing scares me. All right, we're just gonna pretend like that layer didn't exist. I can just back up until it's gone. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Wunderbar. What am I doing? Hold on. I have to do a thing. Aha! I knew it. Ah! I flipped the thing. Ah! Welcome in, Tammy Gameplays. I believe you've been here before. So, perhaps a welcome back is in order. You've just caught me where I've flipped my canvas. This is, perhaps understandably, a low point in an artist's life, where they flip their canvas and realize that everything they've ever done is wrong. But I think we can fix it. Maybe. Let me get rid of that slanted line. Yeah, that's kind of correct. Let me do a line here. And then... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Maybe that. Get rid of that line. Awkward. I just joined. Okay, perhaps I'm misremembered. Either way, welcome in. We are, we just got done playing with vectors, and they're a new and frightening technology, and they scare me. I don't like them. At least not on Krita. Apparently on CSP, they're a lot more interesting, and have a lot more, versatility and ease of use. Flipping the canvas technique doesn't work at all for me. I think it's less of a problem in Sprite, for example, but when you're doing freehand stuff, flipping things over makes a huge difference. Understandable. But yeah, like freehanding this stuff is I don't know what I'm drawing. Why am I drawing this? We're going to put that away. Freehanding stuff, I do tend to get like a slant in this direction, typically, I think. Yeah, welcome in. I'm Arterian the Grey. This is my magic shop, and all of the art you see on screen, I made myself. Thanks for being here. Why? All the art on screen, I made myself. Why? Because I'm stupid. I want to draw stuff that's like really cute and simple at the same time. I'm not there yet. You know what? Hold on. Sometimes inspiration will just hit me and I can draw a thing that's really cute. Or just cool. But mostly cute. But a lot of the time, so I found a picture the other day that was like, I don't think it was meant to be like an Adventure Time character or anything like that, but just the whole vibe of it was, wow, that looks like it could be in Adventure Time. And then I'm like, I really wish I could draw like cute stuff, just like that. It was really cute, it was simple, it wasn't hyper detailed, but it looked good. I don't know how to do that. And it bothers me. Describing Sanrio fan art. What is Sanrio? What is that? I feel like I should know what that is. It's like Hello Kitty. Same company. The same company that owns Hello Kitty? Okay. Hold on, you know what? Now that I think about it. Can I Hello Kitty from memory? I don't think I can. This actually reminds me of a story that I love to tell, because it will stick with me for the entirety of the rest of my existence. So I went to Taiwan for a school trip, basically. And while I was there, we got to go on a ski... It was not a ski lift, it was a lift, right? You go up to the top of a mountain on it. Sanrio is where they live, I think. Okay. Sanrio? So, wait, but is it the same company as Hello Kitty then? Because I thought Hello Kitty was a fully on Japanese thing. Is it... Does Hello Kitty have the long eyes, or does Hello Kitty have the circle eyes? I don't remember. Where the Hello Kitty characters live. Oh, okay, I see. They've got like oval-shaped heads. Anyway, so I'm in Taiwan, and we got to go on a lift where you go up a mountain and see there's like temples and stuff up there, and it's really cool. Anyway, before we went, like for a few days before we went, I looked at some of the ads for where we were going and like the pamphlets, and it was called Mao Kong. Like the Mao Kong lift. And I thought, wait a minute. What does that have to do with a lift? Because, again, I was studying Chinese at the time, and it's like, Mao is cat, and Kong is air. Like, why would it be called that? That's very confusing. Like, air, for like relevant to being a lift, I guess, sure. Her eyes are ovals, but not by much. Ever so slightly taller, but not by a lot. Okay. Still feel like it's this. Again, I'm trying to do this without reference just to see how close I get. But I will take your input. But when we finally got there, the day that we finally went to the actual thing, I found out why it was called Mao Kong Air, or Mao Kong Lift, or whatever. It's because they plastered Hello Kitty all over it. It was literally a Hello Kitty themed ski lift. I don't know why. I have no context for why that was a thing that happened. I guess maybe Hello Kitty sponsored it or something. But yeah, that was just the thing. It was just how it was. I was very confused. I guess to this day I'm still very confused. Mao Kong. Sounds super cool. I mean, it was quite cool actually. Kitty doesn't have the thing. That's one thing I do remember. Like Hello Kitty as one of those is like one of the only cat characters that is drawn with like just the nose, if I recall correctly. Like they don't actually have the cat smile typically. Okay, I think that's about as close as I'm gonna get to the head. I don't know if Hello Kitty has ever worn overalls, but I feel like this is a thing that would happen. There, that's what I've got. Now I'm gonna look it up and see see how close I got. Hello Kitty coloring pages. Wow, I put way too much detail in this. I was kind of close. Kind of close. Not really. Yeah, the ear shape is kind of basically all wrong. I could have sworn that Hello Kitty had the eye thing going on. Or like the eye shines. Hold on, let me... Do I even have this still open anywhere? There we go. Nope, that's not gonna work. Not at all? You know what? How about this? There. For comparison, I forgot the bow. I can't believe I forgot the bow. And they don't even have a cat nose. Wait a minute, is this even correct? That's the right one? Hold on. Yeah, no, that's correct. They all have it that way. They don't even have a cat nose though. What am I supposed to do with this information? And I could have sworn they had the little ear things, but no, they don't. And everything's much more rounded too, so I'm not going to be able to emulate that with this brush anyway. I got the oval head right, though. It's a bit taller. I'm drawing off screen. And we're just going to zoom in more. Alright, Kitty, I need you to move. Get out of the way. For once, I'm not even talking to my own cats. Got a weirdly oval shape. I don't like it. How do you draw this? Feels more like a pig. This isn't a cat. Their whiskers are above their eyes. I'm never gonna be able to unsee this. Their whiskers are above their eye line. Love this draw from memory. I like mine. I think mine's cute. What is this what is this abomination? I mean, other than the bow. It needs a bow. The bow is cute. The bow is good. I like it. Very simple. You know what? Now that I think about it, you know how I was, okay, so a minute ago I was drawing with the vector brush and it was like turn everything into curves. So if I did a straight thing like that, it came out like that. I feel like that's how Hello Kitty is drawn a little bit. Like it feels like almost like that's what is done with this bow here. Again, I could be very wrong. It's got that vibe. Nope. Okay. There's an important level of things being crossed over here. So like the bow needs to sort of fit. Looks like it's just below the curve line here, but then the actual bow has to go above it. Otherwise, it's going to look weird. I am making up design details that I think I see. I could be wrong, but it feels important. There's probably a whole group of otaku who would strangle me alive for getting this wrong. And not knowing how this works. Okay, but still, this is gonna bother me. These. They're above her eyes. Their eyes? I'm not sure what gender expression Hello Kitty actually has canon. And I say it that way because I know that there is an answer to this question. I think that the answer is that it's ambiguous, but I'm not confident of that. So Hello Kitty is Hello Kitty and does not, therefore, have a sexuality, but... like Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. They're puppets. They do not exist below the waist. There you go. We're gonna add a bow on mine. Gonna extend that line a little bit. There. Perfect. Not quite. Want the centerpiece to be larger. There we go. Hello Kitty, everyone. It's a girl. Fair. Yeah, I put way too much detail into this. Anyway, put way too much time into this. Hold on. I need to put these on a separate layer. I need them to not be where they're at. Cut selection to a new layer. There we go. Little bean. Indeed. This I'm sorry, this is gonna haunt me. This specific bit here. These whiskers are above the cat. I have cats. I look at cats literally every day. This is a bug. It's like a tick. I'm sorry I had to put that image in your mind, but like, these are just little legs. This isn't a cat. It's a thing masquerading as a cat. Terrifying. See, this is actually a tick. These are its legs. This is actually its head. This is just patterning. I don't know what this nonsense is. Probably like some kind of an alteration to make it look scary. Someone clip that. And this is actually just a bow, you know, because ticks get to be pretty too. Everyone deserves to wear a bow every now and again. What? Nebby, where do you even find these? Now to me it looks like a bat. So what you're saying is it's a flying tick. These are actually wings. I don't know how to draw insect wings. Oh wait, no, because this would be the shell, the over top of the shell. It's not a tick if it's got a shell like this. I'm drawing all this on the wrong layer. Oh well, too bad. Wait, how do I do this? Okay, anyway. Oh, man. But seriously, though. Hold on, let me just... Like, tell me you can unsee that. Like, even looking at this image. Okay, so like the whiskers aren't quite as curved, but still, this whisker is above this cat's eye. Hold on, can I? No, I need to save it. Whatever. I would say I have more important things to do. I absolutely don't. What have you done? What have I done to her? I haven't done anything. Her cheeks are just above her eyes, though? Listen. I know that I'm not great at anatomy, especially when it comes to faces, okay? That's not a strong point of mine, but like if your character's cheeks are above their eyes, I mean, I guess they could be like a chipmunk. I'm gonna say you should finish that sentence before it gets taken out of context. Hamster. Do hamsters have whiskers? Again, okay, also, here's the other problem. It's not... Let's say that I don't own hamsters. Let's say that they had whiskers. I don't think that's where their whiskers would go. Their whiskers wouldn't be on their cheeks. The whiskers are beside the nose. What is this creature? What is this creature that has the whiskers on the ends of their cheeks? Above their head? Wizard having a breakdown because of Hello Kitty. But it's weird. Look at this. Look at it again and tell me that that's not weird. Like, at first glance you see it, it's like, oh, look, it's a cute little thing. And then you look at it again, and its whiskers are above its eyes. And again, it's soulless eyes, by the way. I keep putting these little like shines on them, but really, we're just looking at that. That's what it is. It's got no life in these eyes. This is going to haunt me. Freaking devil hamster tech thing. Just comes and lands on your face. What up, Darkbug? We are design analyzing Hello Kitty. I'm gonna dress you up as Hello Kitty to scare you next. I'm gonna dress up as Hello Kitty. Scare you next Halloween. Listen, if you can somehow get the whiskers above your eyes on the side of your head, then yeah, that'll be pretty scary. Freaking cats. Listen, man, this bothers me. I tried to do a Hello Kitty from memory, and I regretted it. I'm now regretting it. What? Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. The realization that 3 of my texts are cat themed. Good job. Hello Kitty's a girl, I think. Yeah, I think that has also been I think that has also been confirmed by the creator or one of the designers or something. But they like boys or girls? Well, they like boys. But also they like girls. They like everyone. They love having friends, or something to that effect. Don't quote me, but she does have a BF. I'm gonna quote you. Darkbug says that Hello Kitty has a boyfriend. Also, we got an ad break coming in. I can't stop it. I burnt all my snoozes earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and take that now, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Ah, it's still there. You on you. We're not invited. Dear Daniel. Oh, that's the name. Snap. Aww, snap. Welcome in. We're doing everything today, but mostly being terrified of children's cartoons. That's an eraser. Great. What am I doing? That. I think that's what I'm doing. Oh, the kitty that you quickly erased. Yep, it's gone. But okay, Snap, I'm gonna recreate this for you. Just because you're here. You see this? See this abomination? Can't do the wings right. Yeah, Hello Kitty is not a cat. Hello Kitty is actually some kind of a weird monster bug thing. Confirmed. I'm convinced of this. Mostly because how is that? How are these where above their eyes? Anyway, that was a recap. Back to whatever this is. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. You sick freaks. What am I even doing here? What is life? Who are we? Yeah! I opened up a reference and it's nothing but Hello Kitty again. Begone you! I say I opened up a reference. I opened up to find a reference. And I was reminded that Pinterest has picked me off. Because this image that I clicked on is a video. It's an image, doesn't move, but it's a video. Why is it a video? No one knows. And no one knows. In fact, two knows. Here's a question for you. Why is it that, like, for example, if you draw a character and they have more than the normal requisite amount of eyes. Wait, your title, do you want to keep me at bay? Well, I guess, you know, it hasn't worked. But nah, man, I'm just kind of, I'm doodling because I need to draw something. I've been struggling the past couple weeks. That's why I haven't been streaming. But anyway, I don't necessarily want to dwell on that too much. But like, again, if a character has multiple eyes, let's say, right? Like if they had 3 eyes, or even like a set of eyes, even if it was an odd number of eyes than they were supposed to have. That looks weird, but like not unesthetically. I'm gonna draw some jellyfish, because why not? Oh, I accidentally drew Kinito Pet. I don't know what Kinito Pet is. I've never heard of that. But I can only imagine based on the fact that it looks like a jellyfish. Or that it must look like a jellyfish. But anyway, the point I was making though is like, if you draw a character with multiple eyes, or even just one instead of two, that's fine, right? Like, that can work. Or even, I've seen characters with like multiple mouths. And that's weird, but like, it's okay. Normally two is about the limit. But like, nobody draws characters with multiple noses. That's not a thing that's done. Nobody does that. Kinito Pet is an axolotl and a horror game. Can you even draw an axolotl? They have like the weird fringe thing. Of course, what I'm thinking of might actually be a Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's just a Pokemon. Like fins on his head. Yeah, as ears. Of course, those are just basically antlers. When you say fins, I would think like that. Oh, it's a mouse. Whooper. Yeah, I was thinking of Whooper. So I don't like this. I don't like this mouth. Weird. You get like a... something like that. Why do I keep doing this? Hmm. Yep, it's not even again. Goofed it up. Quick. Not a quick practice. It's the fastest sketch I've ever done. The fastest sketch in the West. Also, this is all wrong. I did the flip. Dark Bug. Help me. Save me with black magic. Every time I say that, it's always a reference to that one skit that I've never actually seen. No, I don't like it. It's not good. The nose is also off center. Does that fix it? Not really. I think I need to select this again, and we're going to modify the size of it. Just a bit. And now we go back and we're gonna make sure that it's all symmetrical because it's probably not. Wow, that's way off. Of course, I guess I should make all these on a separate layer, huh? That'd probably be a good idea. Gotta fix it now. The illusion spill has to be removed. No, it's messed up. Everything's in the wrong place. Don't like it. Yeah, wow, that is horribly off. Nope, 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 nope. Turn that off. Like, I want to not rely on the mirror tool, or not the mirror tool. The oh yeah, the mirror tool. Not the one where you reflect it, but like the symmetry tool, I guess. I want to not rely on that, but at the same time, I also want to be accurate. And it feels like there's a part of me that's like, oh yes, a true artist. But then again, what do I know? I'm not an artist. What do I know? I'm almost done with the cake. I'll be out here getting that cake. Quick, Darkbug. Show Nubby how we feel about cake. It might not be handy. Hold on. I'm on it. Subscribers can now use my emotes. Amazing. Thanks, Twitch. Just to use it for the jaw and the nose. Or to sketch out the rough. I mean, that's what this is. This is the rough. This is the sketch that we've spent an hour or two on. But Darkbug. But Darkbug, what about this cake? You don't like this cake? Say so has left the chat. Riz face intensifies. I don't know why, but I'm getting like Smug Vegeta vibes from this. I don't think that's quite accurate, but those are the vibes I'm getting. Like, even as I say it out loud, it feels wrong. But I can't explain the vibes, man. They're just the vibes. Also, again, bangs. I don't understand them. They make no sense to me. Like, riddle me this, Batman. Where does the hair start? Let's say it starts there. Okay. I guess I could have a line that comes around like that. Actually, no. The way I've drawn the hair, I have no idea what I'm doing. Smug emote? I don't have your emotes right now. Unfortunately. But for real, like, what do I do with hair? Bug, I understand. I say I understand why why your character has no hair, but at the same time, my character has no hair. That way I don't have to draw it. But then this nonsense. What do I even do with this? I could do that. That doesn't look good. I don't like it. I could do the this nonsense, which I hate. I hate this. This doesn't make any. I've never seen someone who has hair that actually does this nonsense. Or even, what is it? Like this. I noticed this once, and I can't unsee it. Every character has hair that does this. So many characters have hair that's just like, yeah, there's a big lobe in the middle, and there's a lobe over here, and there's a lobe over there, so that it splits right evenly over their eyes. I can't unsee it. That's why mine's superior. It's true. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda have the 3-lobe thing going on. It's just you get away with it because you got horns in between them. Either that or bald. Theme kids, man. Okay, so like, let's say I get rid of this for a second, and then let's say I get rid of this nonsense. Where does it look like it makes sense for the hair to go? There is nowhere that it fits. There's nowhere that it looks good to me. I guess if I get rid of the ears too. Like, I could kind of do something that comes over here. Maybe. But I don't know, man. Nothing makes sense to me. Nothing makes sense to me and everything is wrong. Guess that's an option. Do whatever this is called. Exactly a widow's peak because it's a head of hair, but Then I'd have to come up here and do the same thing. I don't want that. This technically, I think, is not bangs. Hmm. Also, no. I'm sure this is very entertaining. Watching me struggle to do the thing that I don't know what I'm doing. Rawr. Internet, tell me how to draw the bangs. Everyone's drawing their characters with a hair with a slight uptick face. Nope, that's not true. That's not even correct. I am wrong. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm looking at a character right now, and I can't click on it, but I'm looking at a character right now, and their bangs are basically just like... So let's say the top of the hair... Ignore all of this for a second. This is not existent in this image. And the hair is basically... It's basically that. That's, well, okay, they've also got, like, bangs that come straight down, or not bangs, but, like, whatever the side hair is, it comes straight down. But, like, this looks dumb, right? This looks dumb on my image, but on the thing that I'm looking at, it looks fine. Why does it look fine? You know what, I'm gonna share this. It's a GIF, so it's gonna be weird. Old school hair. Yeah, I guess. Where is it? There it is. But, I mean, again. Oh, well. I messed that up. Hold on. It looks fine on this character. It looks stupid on what I'm drawing. Why is this way? I don't get it. What is it about this GIF? What is it about this image that makes it look fine? Bochi, I need to watch that. I haven't watched that. Yeah, this looks silly. This looks fine. It's not fair, I tell ya. It's not fair, I tells ya. Could also be like it's a matter of character design and just doesn't fit the design that I'm working with. There's the long bangs and space between the bangs. I mean, you say that, but like... I don't see how what I did was that different. Like, yeah, mine was done really quickly, and so therefore not quite as careful as probably the person who drew this. But I don't know, man. I just don't. There's something fundamental aspect of this that I just don't get. Also, I made a mistake. I edited things. Well, I didn't have my reference lines in place. Let me do it again. I have noticed there's a lot of things that I draw that I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, and then I see someone else do the same thing, and it's like, yep, no, I think they just care less than I do. Like, not that it doesn't work, it's just that I feel like it doesn't work, and therefore it bothers me, and then someone else does it, and I'm like, no, that does work, I'm just stupid. Like, this fits with this type of thing. Yeah, exactly, it is exactly that. But it's like, it feels like every time I try to draw a character who has bangs, I don't get it. Something about it. It does feel like I'm consistently seeing a lot of this stuff is where they draw the hair coming straight off the, what feels like straight off the top of the head. Which, I guess maybe that is accurate. Doesn't good right now, but it might look good after the sketch is done. I tend to do that a lot. Maybe. I don't feel like that ever works for me. I feel like if the sketch is messed up, I'm never gonna get it to the done phase. You know what I mean? And I just change it after the whole sketch is done. Stop thinking of that as the hairline. Necessarily need to be. Perfectionist buff, debuff. Oh, I mean, it's definitely a debuff. I feel like if I wasn't a perfectionist, I could get so much more done. And again, I keep looking at things and keep looking at stuff, and I'm gonna show this too because one of my references that I like. I want to draw something like this one day because this is super cute. But I'm looking at it and I'm trying to mimic sort of how it's working with the hair. It just doesn't. Check this. But like, look at how the hair is on the eye side, on the side with the eye on it. Like, how do I even do that? Yeah, I will save my work. Because, like, it feels like the hair splits, like, right above the eyebrow, which should be around there. Then again, I understand that this character's looking either more straightforward or more up than the one I'm drawing. But then again, maybe my hairline is just wrong, because my character's facing more downward. Which, fair. Again, I feel like there's a fundamental element of drawing that I'm just not picking up on. I guess theirs is coming all the way down to there? Doing that nonsense? You know what? I'm gonna put this on a new layer just cause. And it's only like that, basically. And then that's doing... what, exactly? How does this work? Maybe it's even more angled? Maybe it's coming even further over? Definitely curves back, right? It meets the side of the face. There's also some more hair that's coming in over here as the bangs. Or not the bangs, whatever you call the side bit of the hair that is like always in anime stuff. This stuff. Side bangs, I guess. It does come right down next to the eye, and then it kind of comes out here too. Okay, I mean it's starting to look reasonable. Still feel like it's wrong somehow. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's another thing. Alright. So this is side bang nonsense here, right? Alright, this comes up, and like in the image, it comes all the way to the top of the head. Like this goes zoop, like all the way up. How? How does that work? How does it work? Ah! Hold on. Nope. Hold on. We're gonna figure this out. So hard to fully understand the anime style. I mean, yeah, I like drawing in this style, but here's the thing for me. It's just that there's so much aesthetically pleasing reference for both animation and just stills that you can find for how to draw it. It makes it very easy to look up references and stuff for learning how to make it. It does this nonsense. Comes all the way to the top of the head. Comes all the way to the top of the head. And then this one does the same thing. Where is it? Where's my line here? I've lost my line. Oh, yeah, there it is. Something like that. And I guess I could go back down here and modify the rest of this nonsense to fit more accurately with what I've got going on. All this needs to move anyway. I like it, but it needs to move because it's in the wrong place now. That one might be fine. Oh, we're just gonna mirror this for the sake of... Actually, hold on. I need to erase just all of the hair because it's in the wrong space. Or it's on the wrong layer now because I am drawing a different thing. Let me also give myself a different color brush for the moment. Give me that. Just do this so that I know what I'm drawing. There. Now I'm definitely drawing the hair. I'm free! Done with the cake. Welcome back to freedom. I am in a prison of my own making. Hell of my own design. Ah. This doesn't even make any sense. This line goes nowhere. This line goes over there. That doesn't attach to anything. Rage. I am rage and anger. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it. Doesn't work with me. Come back to that idea. Oh, wrong tool. Nope. Nope, don't think that works. Make any sense? Maybe a little bit. Maybe hide the second eye and see how it looks. I don't know, man. I just work here. Yeah, alright. I can't really hide it easily, but I can just... It's fine. Takes me hours to draw something like this. Then I'm gonna find out that I've done something fundamentally flawed. I don't want to just draw portraits all the time, man. Got other stuff I would like to draw. But I gotta put in the work. That's the thing. I gotta do the things that I don't want to do and learn and get good at those things. The more I draw, the better I'll get. The more I draw badly... I've got to draw a bunch of stuff badly before I can draw anything good. One of the things I've been struggling with the past several weeks is I want to draw something. I'll have an idea. I was like, I want to draw this, and then I will get hung up on the idea, hung up on the fact that when I start to draw it, it will not be good. And it might never be good. That's the thing. I want to draw beautiful things. I want to draw cool, interesting, cute, awesome stuff. And I feel like I can't do that. But that's because I haven't practiced, and I need to get I just need to draw things more than I do. Yeah, those things are gonna suck. Probably. Likely. But like, I've got to do that. I've got to suck at the thing before I get to be good at the thing. The more you draw badly, the better you'll get. Yeah, exactly. Basically. At least that's what I'm telling myself for now. Okay, this is another interesting little facet of what I'm looking at here. Like, there's a section of their hair, I can mirror tool this. It's like this, and then really dark. And then everything that's in here otherwise, and I can't mirror tool this part. Like all the rest of this, like lightly shaded. I don't know if this shading is gonna work. Being sort of bad at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. Yes. And again, my eyes have reset themselves. Why do they do that? Why? You do that. But yeah, Adventure Time reference. Again, I need to finish watching. But it's a good quote. It's a good quote for life. This needs to be modified. What if I came back in here and did like this, and then this, and then that? No, I'm just gonna shade it in manually. See, I guess what I'm doing right now is sort of a symptom of my problem. I'm shading in the eyes because it looks better to me. And the more a thing that I'm doing looks good to me, the more I want to do it. But like, this is not necessary. This is not actually helpful to the process. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Mm, okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop right here for now with this, and I'm going to come back to this. I do have some other things I need to accomplish today. Houseware stuff. I have a sink that needs fixing, to be honest with you, as boring as that is. Makes a difference in visualizing. It does, but in my case, like I think that I'm just using it as an excuse to not do the thing. It's a hang up for me. You're absolutely right, Sino, but in my case, I am using it as a crutch. But I am going to save that and the crutch for later. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow. I'm not going to make any promises because depression is a mighty beast, such as it is. Anyway, we're going to work on that tomorrow. I will work on this drawing more. Maybe I'll be done with it by tomorrow. Who knows? But I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I'm glad that you all decided to show up. It means the world to me, honestly. A lot of times I get trapped in my own head where I think I don't have anything to offer, and yet people are still here. So that means a lot to me. Thank you. Don't sink. Yeah, I've got to tear the sink apart and fix a clog. We'll see if I am capable of that. I am not a plumber. But I also don't want to pay a plumber if I don't have to. Anyway, let's see. Let's raid somebody. Let's raid somebody who is streaming. Preferably someone who is streaming. That would be ideal. Let's see. Peeping Owl is streaming, and I don't think I've ever rated them. I don't think I've ever rated them. We're gonna raid Peeping Owl. They do pixel art typically. But I don't know what they're doing right now. I think they are doing pixel art. Ooh, that looks cool. Anyway, thanks for being here so much and spending your limited amount of time on Earth with me for these few hours. I don't know why I said it that way. Anyway, I'll see you all in the future at some point. But until I do, y'all stay safe out there. Have a good rest of your day.